All right, go ahead.
Call meeting to order at 5:37 p.m.
Second.
I'm like, sorry. I'm like, yeah, you get it, we don't need the second. Okay, Kimberly, can you do roll call?
Yes, Vivian Levy. Absent. Yesenia.
Here.
Madeline.
Here.
Clarimar.
Here.
Me. Ethan on his way.
Okay,
Order of business.
deferrals, additions, deletions. I need to make a motion, deferrals. Item 6E out of old business. What are we doing? We're postponing it to the next meeting.
The carnival.
Mhm.
I second.
I'm not finished.
Okay.
You did a really long pause there. Cause I'm reading at the same time. Also want 7B, the elections. To our next meeting and
And new
7B,
business.
7B, new business.
Mhm.
And 7D, the yoga class.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Public comments. Kimberly or Madam Secretary, please make note of Tammy Hassan. Is present here.
How do you start that?
HASSAN. SSAN.
She's a candidate to join our committee. Our board.
Y
Yes.
and then one.
And please note Ethan arrived at 5:40 p.m. Welcome. Now, public comments, Isabella, do we have two people? One
We have one
online?
online and one in person. So
Okay,
here we go.
would you like to start first?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Litson Nelson. Before I start, if you don't mind, I'll pass around the brochures. I hope.
Can you spell your name, please?
Lixon.
Oh, yes.
Nelson. I think. Am I missing one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And did you get a card?
Who's here?
You're going
I need to. Okay.
Oh.
I know.
Okay, well, I have one more here. You have it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me to speak today. So I know you have a long meeting, so I won't be long-winded. My name is Lixon Nelson. I'm with Alliance Community and Employment Services. It assists individuals for the last 16 years with disability. I am a person with a disability as well, dyslexia. You were talking about speech therapy. I took speech therapy all the way from 3 until I was 8. My background, my parents are Caribbean descent, come from Haiti. Well, we migrated over here in 2000 when I was 2 years old. I'm older now. For the last 16 years, for the last 16 years, as an advocate for people with disabilities, I've worked with APD, which I think a lot of you are probably familiar with, as a vendor for APD, providing employment services, companion, respite, and other services. So I started off with APD. Then I branched off to work with vocational rehab, assisting individuals with disability and finding placement. Not to brag, but in the last 16 years, I've been very fortunate to put over close to 300 people with disabilities to work because I understand I see them like I see myself. I still have my barriers. I've been very fortunate to be keynote speaker for Children's Services. I'm an international disability diplomat to assist individuals with disabilities. I've gone to my home country, Haiti, to try to establish programs for students, individuals with disability. So I'm here today to let you know some of the services we provide. We have a BCBA, which is my brother, which is also the older brother that works for Sheridan Tech, that works as a job coach. That's a certified BCBA. Working with a mental health therapist to assist individuals with disabilities. And the reason I reached off into these other services, I realized as a job placement specialist, there's only so much that I can do for some of my participants in order for them to maintain their job. And some of them have lost their jobs because of these two services, especially some of my participants with autism, Asperger, some of the higher function ones, they suffered, emotionally.
Yes.
So, and we know we live in a right to fire state in Florida.
Yes.
I had a couple of years, have a couple of my participants fired because of the disability, which breaks my heart. Not all of them were just fired, some of them because of behavioral, issues. Over the years, I've provided information to parents about where they can find resources for their children with disabilities. A lot of the parents don't know about the Met Waiver program. I don't know, some of y'all are familiar with this. When a child is born with a disability and the parents and the doctors identify, the first thing that they're supposed to tell the child is to look up APD. So that way their child can get put on the waiting list, because the waiting list is so long. And I'm speaking to some mothers, but my energy tells me I'm on the right track. That's the first thing that, a lot of parents don't know. When you first find out that neurologists tell you your child has autism or your child has that birth defect, the hospital is going to tell people, hey, APD, because the waiting list is so long to get on APD. It's tough. But luckily, I think 2.5 years ago, our governor, because of his wife, is very passionate, about children with disabilities. So they increased the money for the Met Waiver. So one of the things that we're doing with ACES, we're going to be having an event on January the 26th with the town of Miami Lakes. We would like to invite you to have a table. We would like for you to invite others. One of the things we're going to do is talk about our services, invite community partners, and we're going to do a vision board. It's 2025, and even parents with children, especially, can do vision boards with their children. The vision, whether it's services that they need, whether it's education that they need. I've been part of the ESC task force with Miami-Dade County and Broward to make sure some of our children with disabilities narrow that path from that pipeline to prison. I won't go into that. A majority of the young individuals in the juvenile system do not want to identify with all the mental or emotional disabilities or even learning disabilities. I've gone through those myself. So I know we all are probably around the same age. Maybe the young man's probably a little bit younger. The term was, I'm not only 30. Okay. The term was, I'm not only the president, but I'm also an individual with a disability. So I've been very successful. The minute I accepted my disability, the world opened up to me, because I used to be ashamed of it until I realized it is part of me. So as an advocate, when I speak to children with disability, I speak to the parents. I don't know, the disability doesn't go away, but the disability doesn't hinder you. There's a lot of professionals, actors, athletes that we see that don't identify with their disability. When I tell children Steve Jobs, Bill Gates had autism, they're shocked. But they don't understand Asperger is one of my favorite disabilities, even way more than mine. Because how gifted they are. And a lot of people don't understand, some of the individuals you see at Silicon Valley is one of the highest hiring places for our autism population. So parents don't understand, and it's us and the community to advocate for employers to understand that instead of putting in one of those self-checkout lanes, you're taking a job away from somebody. As much as I like self-serve, but on the employment side, which is my heart, you take away from the community. And when you take away from the community, you take away a bagger position. You take away an opportunity, and our autism and our special needs community. They take so much pride in their jobs. I never seen a bathroom clean so perfectly, because for them, it's not the money. They just want to be part of the community. So, Publix will tell you it's hard to fire their autism, special needs population, because they never miss a day of work. And if you try to get them to take a day off, they get upset. And, and I've worked in the adult day training program. Once they start working, you put them back in the adult day training program, they feel that they're too high function to go back to the adult day training program because they feel like they're regular people. So I won't take up too much of your time. I'm Lindsay Nelson with ACES. I'm a community advocate. If you know parents or individuals, I work with Ticket to Work to help individuals, adults, and youth. Right now, my passion right now is to get more of the youth to identify with their disability and curb that pipeline to prison. Because when a youth goes from a youth to an adult, that's $33,000 or more taxpayer money that comes out of our pocket. And they're building up more facility and mental health is increasing. So we have to get more and more information out there. And we also have to let parents know some of these disabilities are hereditary. A lot of parents don't know whether it is not autism, but like mental health. Because I'm suffering right now within my family, and other families are quietly suffering. Because with mental health, especially parents, especially new parents. The older parents, I can say they were well more equipped to deal with autism and behavior parents. This new generation parents, it's like they want everything fast. They want fast answers, fast everything. But the older parents that may not have had the education, but they have the more compassion and the love, and it was more of a community. And I think with parents with children with behavior, they're crying by themselves, looking for more communities to say, hey, you don't got to cry by yourself. Come cry with us. So I think what y'all doing, I could see from the passion in the room, the energy, keep doing it. Because, there are parents out there that need to hear from you, that need to know that they don't have to cry in silence, especially with children that are younger, coming up with behavioral issues. I know we see them on social media because, the algorithm, every time I click something autism, they send me so much other things. And I'm like, wow. And there are parents that are ready to put up their children in home and give up, especially those that are being abused by their children. So that's what my heart told me to speak of, besides the services, that we offer. Is anything dealing with APD, vocational rehab, Ticket to Work, or any other programs, you're more than welcome to reach out to me because this is a passion of mine. And I've been very blessed to have the special needs and disability community provide me mostly all the things I thought I wouldn't be accomplished with. A home, recognition, a career, a passion, all because I accepted my disability and I've given my heart, and my special needs community has given me food on my table and a platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a
Thank you.
question, the event, where is it? And
It's gonna be
social media presence? Cause my signal is really bad right now, but I can't
Yes.
find ACES.
Yes, we do. It's gonna be at Robert Alonso Community Center. Yeah, my assistant, which is great, she put it together. Yes, we came.
The Monday?
It's on the 25th.
Oh, 25th.
We wrote 26.
Yeah, you have.
So it's a Sunday.
Sunday, what time?
From 2 to 6 p.m. If I get your email, I'm not getting the signal either. I could definitely keep y'all posted.
The best way would be if you could
Yeah,
get her,
and-
and then she can send them to all of
Emails
us.
or emails.
Yeah, it's my assistant. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Sarah.
So she can help me at that email and I can,
Yeah,
you know.
and then if y'all know any other vendors, because that would like, to be part of the event, we're more than welcome, for vendors, we're not charging. This is really just to get back, especially for parents, that really need to come out and woosah. Because, and just let some things off their chest, because I think that's really needed within the special needs, community from years of serving.
Do you have anyone that can help families apply to the waiver?
Well, okay, with APD, yes, I know some individuals. It's a long process. It's really long. That's why the earlier the better. The more you can get the city and to start putting out the information, and the more you can sort of help push the hospitals to start pushing out the information. Because that's where I see it lacks. Because parents find out by the time their children turn 15, 14. But the earlier you catch it, then while the child is going through the services, they're on the waiting list. So by the time, but I know, so, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, autism are sort of pushed to the front. Especially those with behavior. Just because they have autism, cerebral palsy, and I forgot the other one that I mentioned, they don't get pushed to Down syndrome. They don't get pushed to the front, not unless they also have that behavior. With it. And you know, and right now, more and more behavioral homes are needed than anything right now. So if you know anybody that's in real estate or that wants to do group homes, I'm always open to provide information, but they also have to check with their zoning. Zoning only allows you a certain amount of group homes within a certain, area. So,
This event on Monday, the 25th, on Sunday, the 25th. What's it mainly about? Do you have a flyer that we can?
yeah, well, she's got a flag because I think we recently just got the approval.
Okay.
You got, from, the town of Miami Lakes. Yeah, so she's putting it, together. It's more as an outlet to share community resources.
Okay, make sure she gets it so we can pass it out to her parents.
Yes.
I'm a special education teacher.
Okay, yes,
So I can pass it on to my parents at
Yeah.
my school.
And I can give it to my church.
yes, thank you. You know, so I'm definitely passionate about that. I think our children, especially with the ESC population, need to see, and one of the things that we do as a vocational rehab vendor, I'm always quick to point out other professionals with disabilities. And I always try to get more individuals with disabilities to speak up so our children can see real life role models around them. With disabilities.
My son needs that. My son likes that.
Yes, and we also have a mentorship program, where I'm pushing more individuals with disabilities to not just be workers, be entrepreneurs. Because people understand people with disabilities have created a lot of technology and a lot of great things, but we just don't talk about it because the taboo of being labeled with that DIS. When you move the DIS, we all know what it stands for. I think when you move it, ability. And that's why Silicon Valley hires a lot of them. So now my vision is to create more of us, my people, of course, with disabilities, to be employers. Because I believe the more of us that are employers, the more will be opportunities for people with disabilities to have jobs. So that's what I'm passionate about.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
In reference to the table, unfortunately, we wanna have a table there. But we are more than welcome, I mean, we are going to promote it as the same thing and pass it on, and more than likely me or some other members will attend.
Sure. Yes, please do it for other parents and.
Oh, is there a waiting list for you?
Okay, no, whether it's coming through Ticket to Work, I would just need the WI, the individual plan, to start with working with them. And if it's through vocational rehab, it's just refer from the counselor. Those are the two services, and then if it's for the.
So we have to go directly through them before we get to you.
Yeah, because those are the service paying providers. So that way, because I'm not looking, and then for the behavior and the mental health, then depending on whether it's insurance or private pay, because I'm working with a therapist and then I'm working with the behavior, so they have to be compensated. But that's why I always try to get parents to go through those entities to save them as much as possible.
And what age does it start? Does it start at 18 or before?
No, for the employment and the vocational training is from 14, and up.
Through the VR.
Through the VR, and I think with APD is 18 and up with APD. So middle school, my specialty is middle school to high school. That's my specialty. But as we grow, hopefully, we do, then we will do early intervention. I think the earliest a child can have confidence in their disability, the better the academics will be. Some of the statistics I've seen, parents like yourself that get to them early, by the time they get into school, the academics are not behind. It's more of their confidence.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Make sure Isabella gets all the information.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
everyone.
you, Mr. Nelson.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't know, we checked. I gotta go. I'm gonna leave. Bye.
Okay. For our other public comments, we have Lynette Herbert.
Everyone have a safe blessed day.
Thank you.
Bless you. You have to unmute on your computer.
Hi, and I don't know if I can start my video. Okay, no video, unable to start. Okay, okay, everyone can hear us. Okay, perfect. Well, hi everyone. My name is Lynette Herbert, and I am the Senior Consultant and Instructional Designer at Neural Consulting Solutions, or for short, we call it NCS. First, I want to thank Mr. Ethan Riviero for inviting us to speak with you today. We appreciate the opportunity to share our mission, and hopefully we can support your vision for the community. I have on a adult with autism. She is my sister, and through my personal experience, it has really shaped a lot and has also empowered me to pursue a career in neurodiversity and to advocate for the community. Mrs. Sylvia Gill is the founder and president of Neural Consulting Solutions, and she is also a parent with a child with autism and has a background as a special ed teacher as well. At NCS, we specialize in creating research-based visual learning solutions that reduce the forgetting curve and enhance knowledge for adult learners. Our team brings over 30 years of combined expertise in education, psychology, behavior analysis, and organizational development to create materials tailored to how people truly learn. We have extensive experience partnering with city initiatives and regional departments in both Chicago and South Florida. Our focus is on making public-facing services accessible to everyone, from individuals with disabilities, including autism, all the way to older adults in our community. NCS is a professional at-cost consulting firm. While we are dedicated to neuro inclusion, we are not a nonprofit organization providing free disability training. We are solution focused on programs or system design and strategic ROI. However, if your immediate need is for free community-based autism resources, we are more than happy to refer you to excellent local nonprofits that we have great relationship with that specializes in those specific areas. Our professional services are centered on 3 pillars, and I am more than happy to email the brochure that we have to Ethan or anyone else on this call. But the 3 pillars are custom visuals and onboarding. So this is where we simplify complex procedures into clear step-by-step with pictures that are based in guides. And this is more what we use for cities. It's like for summer camp counselors who are teenagers who are not going to read a text-heavy manual. They can glance at our guides and they can grasp the information. And also for new staff members in the offices as well, so they understand the policies. And then the second one is inclusive program development. This is where we design curricula that are responsive to diverse learning styles. It helps a lot with communication with parents because parents also have learning styles on their own, and also community members to communicate the different programs that are available, and also to host inclusive events. That's also included in this type of pillar. And the last but not least is the NCS Innovation Hub. This is an online learning management system that offers on-demand training with interactive scenarios that are relatable and also provides progress tracking for all staff members. So as they complete it on their own time, we can report that to our clients. If you would like to see a demo or further discuss how NCS can be part of your solutions, I encourage you to email my colleague, Sylvia Gill. Her email address is sgill, so SGIL, at neural-cs.com. And again, I just appreciate for the time to introduce our services, and I look forward to further conversations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody have any
Yes.
questions?
Yes, when I met with Miss Jill, she had shared with me that they are interested in potentially partnering with us to do a workshop event in April, which is Autism Acceptance Month. However, they also want to let you know that there is a fee which Sylvia wanted to discuss and also talk about certain topics that we can cover from the workshop. My ideas were independence and employment, but I think most likely independence could be a good topic for April.
Ms. Herbert?
Oh, sorry. I was unmuted or unmuted. Um, I'm sorry. What was the last question? I missed the last part of it.
He was mentioning that you guys were potentially interested in hosting a workshop with us in April surrounding the topic of independence.
And employment.
And employment. So my follow-up would be, what would be the fee for that workshop?
That is something that Mrs. Gill has to be present for. She's the one that manages all the workshops and everything else. This will be an in-person or online?
In person.
In person. Okay. That would definitely would need to talk about that with her because that will probably involve some travel fees. So I can I don't know if the chat is available, but definitely email her directly. Ethan can also help with that. That way we can sort that out to have that available. And you said April. Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily have to be April. But what I'm requesting, is if we can get some kind of proposal of what the workshop would entail, or the subjects that you can do. And then the fee.
Okay, so it's gonna be in person, and then also the topic that was mentioned was independence.
And employment, independent employment, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just that right now. If you
Okay,
can give us a proposal with listing all the kinds of workshop that you're able to do.
okay, that we
And
do have.
maybe we might find that we can combine one or two of them together. To best meet our needs,
Okay,
our community needs.
And where's she traveling from?
Georgia. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start the chain and then I have Ethan's email address. If I need to include anyone else, please let me know.
Please, please send it to Miss Isabella Creighton.
Creighton, yes.
Creighton.
Or you can send it to me and I send it
I
to
can send it,
Maria.
I can send it to her.
Yeah, whichever is easiest.
Okay, so send I don't have Isabella's email.
I'm on the Town of Miami Lakes website, but I can also spell it out for you or let me put it in the chat. My last name's a bit of a,
The chat.
yeah, my last name's a bit of a mouth. Let me.
No worries. I forget. Thank you. Now I want to make sure I include it and I don't miss any of the details. For sure.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for inviting us. We really appreciate it. As a Miami native, I'm always happy to hear and help out. So
Yep.
you're always good. Okay, perfect. I see it. Let me go ahead. Excellent. Yeah, I will go ahead and start the email and then from there we'll provide the proposal. But yeah, thank you so much. Any other questions or anything?
Nope. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great evening.
You too. Thank you. Moving on to item 5, approval of minutes. Please review.
You think also another topic that could be cool, or would be like an idea could be anger management.
Okay, right now we're doing minutes. You done with minutes? Okay, I make a motion to approve the minutes from December 3rd, 2025.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any nays? Motion passes. And item 6B, Hope for Autism Gala, March 10th. We need to,
Wait,
6A.
we didn't defer 6A.
oh, geez, sorry. Oh, cause minutes, sorry. Valentine's, painting with a twist.
We have the flyer here.
We have the flyer. Um. It's set for 30 people. It's gonna be the Miami Lakes location, as you can see in the flyer. It's gonna be both rooms. And before I make a motion to accept it, Isabella, any news on the verbiage that we just saw?
So I looked at the one from last year and it's like the same verbiage. So if you want any corrections, you can take a look at the flyer in the packet and let me
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, so it's the same type of,
This is not on Eventbrite.
this one is.
No, I'm saying that verbiage is not on Eventbrite. Can we
On the-
add it to Eventbrite details?
I think, yeah, I can check now. Let me see. I'll check if it's not already on there.
It just says for more. It doesn't say like
It
for more
doesn't-
information.
Okay, so add.
Yeah, it just says for more.
Okay, let me.
I haven't read the other part. I just dust it off.
When I looked earlier for you, I know you're working multitasking. When I looked earlier, it said, join us for a heartwarming and creative experience at Painting with a Twist. That's all it says.
Oh, because I think
Got
it
it.
doesn't allow you to add everything else.
We can add this paragraph. So you're asking for this paragraph to be added too. Okay, perfect. I will let her
Yeah,
know.
'cause like the title of.
Yeah, it just,
Okay.
it's there, the first sentence, and then that's it.
Okay, yeah, I guess it didn't
The whole
save
thing
or
will be better.
something. Right, I don't know why it didn't. It was on there last time, but
Right.
I guess it didn't copy over. Okay. Was there any other revisions to Eventbrite or the flyer that you're all requesting?
No, it looks good.
Okay.
Okay,
So you all have the link. Right now it's scheduled to come out on the 22nd of January. If you want to share that link to people you would like to attend the event before we start advertising it, that way it doesn't fill up beforehand.
right. Okay. No, there's only two.
For paying on the
Yeah.
Social recreation.
So, okay, not children.
No, not.
Okay, I make,
We didn't do the motion already for the food? I mean, the last one?
I'm gonna do a motion for the event first. I make a motion to. Pay the event, Painting with a Twist for February 7th Valentine's event. The total for the class itself is $1,290. However, I'm also going to add, or do I need to do separate? One
already
for
have
food and one for.
already have-
It can be a full amount, but does the 120, does that amount include the deposit? In the amount? If not, you would need to include that in your motion.
You
There
have
was a
your email over there?
129 motion. Let me see what you sent me today.
It's the invoice, right?
Right.
And meanwhile, it has gone up a lot.
Yeah. No, it's okay, but I am having a painting event that's half the price, but. Let's see if it-
It says 1,290.
Total.
It says the total, so I guess that
Okay.
includes the parent. Okay, just double checking that.
Okay, so again, sorry, Kimberly.
Yes.
I make a motion to accept, our Valentine's event on February 7th with Painting with a Twist for a total of $1,300 out of our social
Social
And-
integration.
and recreation budget.
I second. What do you think?
I was, okay. You said, I was waiting for someone to second.
I wasn't sure.
Do I hear a second? Yes. Any discussion? Any questions? The link to register?
Is it?
It's in the email that Isabel sent.
Okay. Which it'll be open on the 22nd to register,
22nd.
unless you all would like it to be open earlier.
Well, 22nd sounds good.
Good, okay. We'll keep it at
What
there.
day of the week is that? Do you know? Off the top of your-
No.
Oh, it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
We
gonna
just
be an
put-
event, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it's already there. It just says tickets are not open for sale until the
Until the
22nd of
Thursday.
January.
Mhm.
All in favor?
I,
Any nays? Motion passes. We already have food, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Item 6B, old business. Hopeful Autism Gala is gonna be March 10th. We're reserving a table for 10 people. Each table costs $750.
That Friday.
last year.
So I'm making a motion to pay to have a table at the Hope for Autism Gala, which is dated for March 10th. I think the time is around 6 p.m., if I remember correctly.
Same location.
Same
Yeah.
location. Out of,
Community awareness, I think.
okay,
I believe it's community awareness, right?
Mm-hmm. Community wide.
It wasn't
we
social.
don't have a community
No.
awareness anymore.
Uh,
What enough to,
What happened to our line items? Or did they reduce them?
If you don't spend any money in the line items, they don't show up on the report. They still exist, they don't get deleted.
oh,
You Still
but I
have
get
the line
that.
item
I don't remember.
for the Hope for Autism, I can.
I think we just, I think we would do from the.
I'm aware is usually for your promotional materials. I don't know if this one would be. I can double check with finance tomorrow though,
okay.
but I wanna say that one's social.
I mean, we could just put it on social.
Yeah,
Just to.
out of social,
That's usually where your events come out of. So.
Okay.
will you a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Oh,
Will be there.
so, yeah, so far, who can show of hands, who thinks he'll be attending?
Yeah, I need time to see.
Oh, Vivian automatically, okay.
Okay.
Tuesday?
March 10th is a Tuesday.
I could attend, but
March 10th, no, it's a Friday.
March 10th is a Tuesday.
Am I in the right year?
Yeah, March 10th is a Tuesday.
Wait, no, you're right.
I think table for 10 and March 10, there was a 10 twice.
Yeah, I'm
there.
trying to find it. It's March 6th.
That's a Friday.
Yeah, it's March 6th. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, it's March 6th and it's at 17.
Yeah, and it's flamenco. That's the theme. Thank you. Good. All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion passes. 6C, Mr. Deputy Amador has just informed me he'll be at the town council meeting, so he would not be able to attend and give us an update. Item 6D, park feature, I'm handing it over to Miss Isabella. She has an update with Jeremy, from Jeremy.
Yes, Jeremy has not heard back from vendors for reduced scopes, so in solution outside of the playground area. Like the surface of it, so it'd be in the grass instead of the actual playground floor. And this is just to use our handyman in town instead of paying for the installation cost for the sign, so it would just be the committee purchasing the sign itself. I did ask if there would be any like weathering, since it won't be under the overhang, and sun and rain will eventually, affect the sign, but they're meant to be outdoors. And to save additional money, you can also do a one-sided communication board instead of double-sided. So those are ways to potentially save cost.
We want to buy
Okay. Well, he's still waiting to hear back, is basically the update, but he did provide that, so that he wants to do that.
What does everyone else say? I say double-sided, right?
Inside the playground. That's the whole point of
Yeah, because
not having to.
that way they
leave
can
the
interact
playground.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause the
Which
whole point is
location
for
we were
them,
thinking of?
so it's a communication
We were
board.
thinking veterans or Royal. Royal Oaks or veterans.
Veterans is a really good one. We go there all the time and it's always packed. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Veterans. Their playground is enclosed?
No, but it has like a.
Kind of
There we
the
go.
sun netting.
It wouldn't be far away from the playground, it just wouldn't be on that rubber surface or whatever.
But it would be,
Okay, we can discuss it later. More, we get a bid, we're gonna need a bid anyway.
but do we let him know that it'll be both sides?
No, to continue looking for the same exact, like more quotes for the same exact. Sides. Because there's different vendors, like the one that I sent you guys, I mean, I
Not
don't,
instantly.
didn't speak to them, to the company, but there's different companies that make the playground equipment. So we can just, and that's the idea, right? It's like inclusion, it's not like. Like I wasn't expecting Gabriel to be, sitting there doing all the letters in sign language. So we went to Doral Central Park 2 weekends ago. And then my oldest one was just sitting there. Everyone's playing, but he's sitting there like doing all the sign language. So if it was, even though it's like, yes, it's right there, but if it's outside, that also almost takes away the whole point of inclusion, like, hey, it's supposed to be all the kids are here. And it's like,
And that can even be like an added late thing where they all go and they start like pointing at the
it's
stuff. If
learning
it's
and-
outside,
yeah.
that's a very good point.
And bring
Like,
all kinds of kids together.
It does.
And bring, like the autistic kids can show them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I agree. I think it should be inside.
Anybody? How you doing? All good?
Snap your
Yeah.
favorite committee.
What?
Snap your favorite committee.
Right behind the Veterans Committee. I have a special place. I created that committee. I gotta have a special place for it. Yeah, everybody.
Fine,
How are you
fine.
doing, everybody?
Happy
What are you
New
working on? What
No,
event are you?
Communication
We're talking
board
about
for the
that.
park, for teachers.
Yeah. Okay, I remember hearing about the presentation last year with material on it and all that. I mean, well, it's good to see you. By the way, we're having a town hall meeting.
We'll be right,
30.
I'm gonna be there right after this.
About traffic concerns.
Ah.
Yeah, the first half will be east side, the second half will be west side. Right?
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. Now, at Veterans Park, isn't there an edge? Well, since you said it's canopy, isn't there an edge where there's no foam, like on the grass, right adjacent to it, like right next to it?
Well, the playground sits on the foam and then there's grass and then there's also the swings, so it's still part of the park.
But what I'm trying to think of, what she's saying is not on the phone. We can put it on the.
literally right there by the foam on the grass. That's not a
Yes.
bad idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cause the
It would have to be
installation,
on the east side. Cause that's. The east side, yeah.
that's
the
what I'm
side
saying.
Facing the
Cause
pavilions,
the
yeah.
swings don't have a canopy,
No,
so it could be like in between. On the grass where our maintenance people can install it. Especially since our last bid was
From
what,
what I understood,
$6,000 for
Right.
install?
part of the installation was because if it was on that surface, they would have to fix the surface after
Yeah.
the sign was made versus
And dig.
the grass you're putting
We
in
weren't
the.
aware that that's where they were gonna put it. We thought it was gonna be on the
On the
grass.
grass.
anyway.
Yeah, that's what I understood always.
That's
I
fine.
understand.
I guess it was on the plate, yeah.
Okay.
The grass, but like next to the phone, like that's
No,
what.
I understood to be on the phone, cause I always see anything that's playground equipment is on top of the phone
But that's probably done at the same time when they did the
when they
original.
build it out, yeah.
Okay, so tell them that.
Okay,
I don't
so
know if it's possible, like.
closest possible on the grass.
On the east side, which is like facing the pavilion.
Facing
The-
the pavilion. East side.
Or
So we might just need to purchase the sign
Right,
and not do any installation, and they do
the
installation.
handyman would do
Yes.
installation. Okay. Okay, I will let Jeremy know and I'll let you all know at the next meeting.
Thank you so much.
And if there's like an additional fee for the handyman to do it or anything
It'll
like that.
be far less than the original installation cost, but yes, the.
No, I
Less
just
than
mean so we can
6,000?
have everything
in one-
already.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could just make one motion and boom, we can just.
You sure it'll be less than
Happens.
6,000? Want those birds already?
I can say that with confidence. That one I can answer.
Okay, moving on to 6F. Art Without Limits. Woo! Do you have anything to update on? Art Without Limits, other than the things that I already know?
Just the food and the violinist, I have nothing else.
Okay, okay, Isabella, I need to know how much the violinist is.
$500 for 2 hours. I guess for the gala, it was 1 hour, and for the violinist, it was 400, so that's why Vivian thought it was a good option, 500 for 2 hours.
That sounds great,
Mhm.
actually. I mean, if you compare it,
If you compare it, right?
yeah, it's. Even the numbers.
Involved, you remember, maybe not, we were having the Art Without Limits of displaying paintings done by, speckle, people with unique abilities. And we're gonna just be having a gala night or opening night on April 10th. And we're gonna have fancy hors d'oeuvres being passed around. We're gonna have violinists be playing, and as they walk around and observe the paintings that we're gonna be putting in town hall. Okay, I need to,
That's awesome.
I don't wanna make,
We're making a flag.
yeah, but that's April.
Okay, fine.
We're doing all the stuff now, right?
And I don't remember if I said it the last meeting, but we definitely have, Fritz 84, Alex.
Can you say that again?
He's known as Fritz 84, but that's his.
Okay,
actual
that's
name
the
is
part I didn't
Alex.
understand. Who is
He's
he?
a famous artist.
Oh, okay, a
Yeah,
participant.
So, I'm sorry?
He's gonna be a participant.
He's gonna, yeah, whatever we need him to do as a collaborator, as anything, at no cost, he'll help bring in artists, he'll help coordinate, details, cause he's done this before. He's done arts for unique abilities, art shows for,
Oh, and this is also something we have in collaboration with Cultural Heroes.
yeah, that's fine. It's, yeah.
Right, once we have more details, then we can work on a flyer
Right.
and that. Right now, we don't have anything to actually advertise quite yet.
I would like to make a motion to, we have a name or anything for the violinist?
I do not, that would be Vivian, I don't know that information.
Okay,
She just asked me to mention it, so.
I noticed that we have carnival, carnivals.
You were like, we deferred it.
Are we different?
Yeah, we do for 6E, 7B, and 7D, just so you know.
We were supposed to go to a Carnival cruise line and they deferred.
I'm gonna adjust that a little bit. I wanna make a motion to hire a violinist for 2 hours for no more than $550 out of my girl on it.
Social recreation.
Social recreation for our April 10th Art Without Limits event.
A second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
I,
Any nays? No, motion passes. I now hand the floor over to Ethan for 6G, game night.
good evening, everybody. Happy New Year to happy 2026. So yes, during the break, I've actually drafted some goals, objectives, and ideas for the game night. The goal is to create a safe and inclusive social environment for individuals with special needs, to help them build friendships and get into new activities to help promote community awareness for our community and awareness for our community, as well as for the Always community. So the game, I was hoping for this to be shooting for most likely April 2026. Like as we can, like the date is to be determined as we discuss. And as with some ideas I've had, just to have both a combination of video games and social games. We've got dominoes, Pictionary, trivia, and some people can bring their Nintendo Switch and have that be of use. So the accommodations that we would have to ensure that it's the venue is wheelchair accessible with ramps and wide doorways and accessible restrooms. And of course, a sensory room. And also with volunteers and some mentors from some nonprofit organizations. So my question is for food and beverages. Would you prefer Publix or would you like some food trucks? And even some I also wrote down some business opportunities that are catered to this event.
I mean, it can be Publix or in my opinion, I think, yeah, usually like the Publix and the pizza sounds pretty good because everything is there versus them having to like go out and the food trucks, and usually the food trucks are also more expensive. This way we provide the food. And something that I was thinking, I'm pretty sure that there's places, and I'm sure Kimberly, you know a lot about this, where we can maybe rent these things, like the Nintendo Switch, instead of someone bringing it, you know, like they're personal, maybe we can have like a company or something.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that, but I think that sounds
They rent everything.
That is an idea that
like they do.
it is an idea that Kimberly has shared.
Okay, so they do that too,
They do
because I
that.
think that would be probably the best way, because that
I
way
agree.
there's someone that already does it, they'll do the setup, they'll do the cleanup, and they know how to manage, because it's their thing, so they'll know how to work it. I
Yes.
think. I
think
I love this, Ethan, I love it, I think it's great.
Thank you. Yeah, these are my ideas. However, I made it clear that I was open to other ideas and suggestions.
Okay.
If it's a sensory room, obviously if it's gonna be in Roberto Alonso Community Center, if it's in West Park, we have the same room, but I also suggested a sensory vehicle from the nonprofit organization for city. I could reach out to Booker City and see how much they charge for a sensory vehicle if it's gonna be at the Roberto Alonso Community Center Park. Yes. Yeah, the nonprofit organization Culture City, for those that don't know, the great center. Sorry.
That's really fun. Yeah, it's every time without fail.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, the Culture City Sensory Vehicle is a vehicle that works as a sensory room. The nonprofit organization Culture City, which specializes in sensory rooms in arenas, stadiums, zoos, concerts, and Comic-Cons. Another festival.
That sounds very cool.
It's an idea I had. If you like, I can reach out for a quote to see if that can be a possibility. But of course, that all depends on the venue we choose.
I think the good thing with Roberto Alonso, I think it's the biggest one we
biggest.
have.
Yeah.
Because Mary Collins, we don't have too much space, and I think also the space is important because then, you know, no one's like on top of each other, you know, there could be different stations, okay, over here, we're gonna have this, over there, that. And, you know, they can all have like, I think the Roberto Alonso sounds like the best. We'd have to see what dates are available.
Yeah.
Because that would be probably something we would wanna start with.
Yeah.
Ages, is there like a specific age you thought about for
Well,
this?
Well, I thought at least children and teen, like it was open to different ages, like children and adults. Like, but like we can, if you guys would like, we can suggest it more for the children for the nonprofit organization that we partner with.
I mean, we can have it open completely, I'm just saying, because when we do like a flyer or anything like that, we do have to specify, you know, just so people know what ages are.
My goal was to make it available for everybody.
Okay, no, that's great, but we do, I think we have to put some age, at least, like.
I would say 6 and up,
6 and up.
because you don't want a 5-year-old playing with a Switch, really.
Okay.
Or
Okay, so
throwing in it, the controller, or, you know,
Yeah, I didn't think about that, so that's good.
6 and up.
Yeah.
6 and up.
Also sponsorships, I can get, if you like, I can suggest some sponsorships that are kind of catered to activities in gaming, especially like we've got, as Kimberly mentioned, she knows Flynn's Arcade. Or we can reach out to Flynn's Arcade or their competitor, which their competitor, which is Arcade Odyssey, or even CMX Miami Lakes, or even Nowhere Comics.
I think it would be good, even if you can get like pricing for it, so that. Oh man, this one would have been the perfect meeting for it, is. Because it would be really good if we can present this to council, so they can approve it. At our meeting, or we present to council next month. Okay. But then we would have to have like a special call meeting to be.
Well, you meet in February. The report is due before your meeting, but you can just have game night on the report and then talk about it more in council after you discuss at your next meeting.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, Isabel, you're welcome. But thank you, you went right, like. Okay. Yeah, so then we would need, if you can have the pricing then for our next meeting. So that way we can already put it on the report to council, then we can vote on whatever that is, and once we go to council. And it can be approved, because if not, then we would have to
Alright.
wait and see what we can report and all of that.
So when
Can I take over?
when do you need when?
And in addition to you?
I do need a deadline though.
The
Okay.
next meeting's on the 4th of February.
Okay, what we need from you
Yes.
is a proposal. Saying exactly what you want. This is great. But also getting us prices on what you wanna get. Like right now,
We can scratch out the food trucks now that we discussed it.
okay. But the food part, we don't, if we're doing Publix or whatever,
Can we get a
we don't really need specifics on it, because we can just put a lump sum to it.
Yeah, so you don't need to add that part of your.
Right, your
you can just
proposal.
put-
And then.
Your proposal, I would need to know. Where we'll be getting the switch, right? Because we decided not to use personal switches.
Yeah, well, it would be through either Flynn's Arcade or I think those two places, those two sound like the most like
Okay.
experience with it.
They provide that?
Correct. We would rent from them,
Okay. So,
right?
yeah.
That's how it works?
Okay. Kimberly had shared that.
No, I'm just making sure.
and those two are the ones that will provide the Nintendo Switch,
Whichever one we go.
3 arcade cabinets.
Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about the arcade cabinets. I think we need a quote for that too.
But that's.
Yeah, everything, so I know the owner of Flynn's Arcade. So I've already reached out to him. I've already done events with him before. So I've done corporate events. I told you where I've rented the retro arcade machines. And he already wrote back. So he has it. So for our event, you don't even need to put a token or a coin. It's free play. So he brings in the gaming consoles, whatever they're called, the things to play, the TV. But then he also has the record, like he has a whole huge warehouse of arcade. So he brings the truck and he brings all the machines. We did a corporate event at the Diplomat Hotel in Hollywood, and we rented 6 machines and a few other things, and every corner of the room had something, and everybody was going to free play.
So that's what we need is a quote.
It's
included in
been
your
a couple
proposal
years,
of
so
what each thing is.
I also,
If the three arcade cabinets, how much would that be? The Switch rental and how many Switch rentals or at price of each one each is.
But should it just be video games or should it be
Let me make a note.
appliances?
Well, what else can Flynn's arcade provide?
Well, I'm not familiar with Flynn's Arcade, I'm more familiar with their competitor.
what do
which is
what do you need them to provide? If there's anything gaming, they have it.
No, I
Just asked, he asked, does it have to be only video games?
No.
I said, what else do they
Right,
provide?
they have, they have, it's called Flynn's Arcade, but they host Dungeon and Drag, Dungeon.
Yes.
Let's say this.
The
D&D
D&D.
games, they host all those game nights at their location, so they have anime nights, they have everything, so. Everything
Yeah,
that
every
we
one.
need for this,
Flynn and arcade.
other than food, yes, they can provide it.
And then they also do, you said board games and all that.
Yes, everything.
Yeah, cause I think that would be good to have like a mix, so if they wanna do video or they wanna do. Around too, like.
Yes,
So what we need is a quote
okay.
listing everything that we are interested in. And then we can come back and say, oh, the board games are gonna be 60, we're gonna need 2 of each that way.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
We
think that
need a
would be really
breakdown of what it is and how much it costs.
So.
And if there's any,
Yeah.
and of course, delivery fee
everything,
also.
of course,
I don't-
so we can work on that together.
Yeah, then we can do that together, I think.
Okay, so what would you like to do with subcommittee meeting? Right, is that what you're?
Yeah,
thinking we can do?
when would you be available, Ethan, so we can meet, and it's called a sub.
I think it would be best if Isabella tells us when their dates of
When
it.
this is available.
What dates? I'm available next week too, and the week for weeks to come.
And we're aiming for April. April, I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna happen in April. So it doesn't really have to be that soon, like, or urgent as next week.
Gonna be. No, but yes,
February.
cause.
Yeah, but-
Present to council.
No, but we're only reporting to council in February for the report. We then have to meet with council, present it to council later.
No, but, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, Isabella. So we have everything, we vote on it in our next meeting. Once we report to council, we have all the information and then they approve it right there and then, and we don't have to go before.
Our next
council
meeting
again.
is February 4th, so like I'm saying, the urgency is not next week. We have to have it by February 4th.
No, before, because we have to have the report to council by
Report is due on the 3rd, but
February 3rd.
yes,
Okay.
yes. But it could be simply game night on future
Right, that's what she's saying.
events. You don't need to have the whole detailed report for the.
But for the
game night.
amount, since it's gonna be over the 700, we have to get approval from them.
Right, which is what you would verbally ask council
The
to do
day
a
of,
motion for,
exactly.
exactly. So you don't have to have those details in your report.
Exactly, no, no,
Yeah,
yeah. But when we report to council, we need to already have the amount so they can approve the actual event happening.
Right, I mean, you don't need to have an amount per se, but you would need approval because it's a new event for you all.
Right, we have
Right.
to add it to our report to council, which will be on the 3rd, February 3rd.
Right.
So we don't have to have the amount.
Wait a minute,
I
I
would
thought
suggest
February
you have-
3rd was the due date for the report.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
just.
Yes,
But that's the same day we report.
no, you
No.
report on the 17th at the council meeting.
Ah, okay.
Yes. I
And the
suggest
fourth-
you
Yeah,
have,
we're just gonna put a generic game night.
Right, I suggest you have as much details as possible, of course, because you never know what council's gonna ask you. But for the main ask, you need approval to actually do the event, because you have never done it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, but the amount, isn't the amount supposed to be
Be
sent to
approved.
them so that they can approve it?
That's what I mean
If
about
it's more than
details, they
7
might
days.
possibly ask you, I don't know if they
That's-
will ask
that's
you
why
about
we
the
need to
amount,
know
that's
that.
why I recommend having those details, but it's not like a requirement for your report or when you verbally.
Right.
Yeah,
ask them.
it's not a, yeah,
Right,
but for
just in
it to
case they
happen,
ask. Right,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's what.
Yeah, so on
Yes.
Fe- we don't need it desperately on the third, except for this is what we're gonna have, and it's gonna be around this. The money part is not as detailed as what it is.
Yeah, for the report itself, we don't need to, we just have to have the event on.
Which
the
is on
report.
February third.
But on
On
the
February
report,
4th
we need to
is
vote.
when we get more
So
information.
that
yeah.
once we go to the council, that, to actually give the report, that's when we need to have the amounts.
So
we can
we
request.
need the proposal quote / quote by our next meeting, February 4th.
Okay, I have no question that I can get that all that ready by then.
You have no question or you?
I have no
No doubt.
no doubt.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And now Kimberly and Ethan need a date that they can meet by February 4th.
Okay, so you're meeting before February.
Because they have to get the information together.
Okay, so maybe like near the end of January, the 29th is available. That Thursday, is available.
Yes, I'm available the 29th.
Yes, okay. Is there a time that works for you both? Do you like 5:30 or?
Works for me.
5:30.
5:30 works for
Yeah,
you?
that's
Okay.
when I log off work.
So January 29th at 5:30 for subcommittee, so who's gonna be chairing? For the agenda?
Do you wanna chair it, Ethan, or do you want me to chair?
It's my first time, so I think I like to learn first.
Okay, so I'll just need an agenda for this.
Okay. When do I need to send it to you by?
3 days prior.
Only one item. You're not going
What?
minutes and stuff.
I don't know, is it literally just one item, or am I sending you
It's a
more?
game night, right? That's why you're discussing for, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, it's-
Oh, okay.
It's just same template as this agenda.
You're not approving
Okay.
minutes, you're
Right.
not.
Yeah, you're not voting, you're just discussing to then bring it to.
Alright, yeah,
You can copy and paste this and just do like,
okay.
new business game night. You don't have to add all of it.
And we don't need quorum or anything like that,
No.
only you two.
There won't be any motions because it's a subcommittee, so any motions will be addressed in the regular one on the 4th.
Other questions?
But meanwhile, independently, they can try to get some quotes and stuff so that when we come together.
Okay.
Right, the main thing is that you're
That's my
in
question.
contact.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So independently, you guys
Mhm.
work your magic and break it down and stuff, and then when you meet, then you guys decide what to
Okay.
present to us,
Yes,
and then the council.
I could definitely reach out to some of these to Nowhere Comics and see how much. Because also one fun fact, they also have board games there too.
And also, and also find out, what they're willing to sponsor,
If they're willing to sponsor and the money.
because you said possible sponsors, so.
Well, I had to reach out.
And then,
I read some too. I thought that we could also showcase some of our people that are here, like Senator Garcia. Then says Stephanie Cruz. So we could, because at the end of the day, it's also to help promote our organization.
Mhm.
Well, I
and
think-
then Isabella can, get a sponsorship package together. Once,
Funds, yeah,
Everything's
what we're
done.
advertising. We can do a draft and you can approve it as a committee.
Can we look at May, just so we can have an idea of maybe what? Because you guys said April would be too soon.
no, not soon, it's too packed,
Okay, so.
there's a lot.
And I
April
think
is
March
autism month, and then,
to promote, right? Because we're mid-January.
At the time I did it, I was actually trying to make it for Autism Acceptance Month.
right,
But I think that maybe, let's see how May goes first to see if we can maybe following year we can do in April.
Cause we have the bike ride,
Well,
we
can
have
do
the,
history just maybe not April.
right,
Because the thing is also, since we have on April 10th, we have the art, thank you.
yeah.
I
And we
keep
also
forgetting
have the
that.
bike ride
art.
coming up, and we also have, the gala. There's a, it's
We have
jam
that
packed
in
with
March,
everything,
Yeah.
so,
Should there be a theme in the game night?
I think that'll be cool.
you can come up one.
I mean, it could be like
Always.
something, I don't know. Since it's game, it has to be like a game theme, or can it just be like a random theme?
Gaming thing.
Right, like a game.
I'm more of a Sonic guy.
Sonic, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, by the way, is ASD coded, so maybe that's cool.
Really?
Perfect, thank you, sorry, we gotta move on, it's getting later. Do we have any meeting behind us today?
No, it's just the council chambers. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to 7A, report to council. Ms. Isabella?
Yes, I mean, it's really what you all would like included in the document, so Vivian I can let her know.
Game night?
So game night. For future projects,
The art,
art show,
the Valentine's Penguin twist. Does the whole for autism gonna count?
well, you
Okay,
can put
not
that
for
as an
events.
ongoing,
Yeah.
Okay.
one of the ones that you usually do, hope for autism. I guess Painting with the Twist would also, because you've done that.
Yeah, right,
right,
Yeah.
okay.
So the new ones are art show and game night.
Yeah.
That's right.
Then the park feature was already presented to them already.
So that would be ongoing.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to do that one.
Are they still thinking ideas or they're done? In Century Park.
Well, that's specifically for the communication board.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were also working on something else. I know Jeremy was working on like sensory. Something sensory.
Sensory, okay.
No,
I'll follow up with him on that.
No. We're not planning on having a swing? Well, right now it's communication board, that's what's on.
Yeah.
That's taking a while. Okay. Anything else we need, Isabella?
Unless we wanna report to council.
Want to get a motion for something?
Whatever you want included on the report, if it's just that, then it's not really, yeah.
No, the report to council has to be done by the 3rd.
You meet on the fourth. So it'll be submitted before, so that's why if the committee has anything to add to it, now's the time to discuss.
So do we have to have a special call for that?
No.
Okay.
No,
Hopefully nothing's gonna change.
yeah,
I'm just. At least I wanna go there and be like, you guys didn't vote.
Okay, moving on
Okay.
to 7C. Claire, you have the floor.
Okay, so 7C, so, I have bad news and good news. So the bad news is, in the end of the year, we got, our corporation for Gigi's from Chicago came to Miami and closed down Gigi's.
This past, and this year.
Yes, so Gigi's Playhouse, it's been closed. So.
Effective immediately or?
Effective immediately, yeah, so we don't have a location. We do have a community of, our kids with special needs that they do want to continue to do activities. And, they're very, very sad, and they were so used to having a place where they can just go and have activities every day. So I wanted to propose for, like, since we do activities for the community and they're part of our community, to propose like to maybe do like, we can do the art class for them or the cooking class, like we always supported also, but to do it in one of the community centers. So if we can have like a space in the community center, I was thinking like maybe the same day that we have karate. So if they want to do karate, they can stay and do the karate also. So we can do art or we can do the cooking. It depends on our budget or what we would like to help the community. But I do want, if we can help for them to have a class that
Yeah.
is sponsored by us.
Are you planning to open up a nonprofit organization?
No.
Okay.
And so this will be just like a social, the group. But what I'm proposing is that the class will be part of us doing the class as a special need advisory board to the community. Like the same thing we do for the karate. If we can do an art class, or if we can
Isabella.
continue doing the
How does that work? Cause Gigi would host it and will be the one instructing the cooking class and everything else. Now that Gigi no longer exists, she's recommending that we can continue. But if my understanding is correct, it would have to be a company or a
yeah, like for
corporation,
example, like
not
Right.
necessarily, we can't be the ones.
Yeah, who's the entity actually doing the
Correct.
classes?
so we'll like for example, like the cooking class
Yeah.
is a chef that she will come and do the class for her
Oh,
kids.
so like the
So-
instructor, it's herself or
yeah.
So then
himself, okay.
So the chef will be the one providing that, like the volunteers, providing
Okay.
the class. And for the art class will be an art teacher that will be providing the
Okay.
class.
Are they part of like a company or organization, or is it just an instructor, like independent?
The ones that we use,
Mhm.
they're here from Miami Lakes, so they're
Okay.
teachers.
Just, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And the chef?
The chef, she's from Miami Lakes too. She's a chef, but she has her own. She's a
Right, so yes, she
Okay.
has her own company, a
Company.
chef.
Okay.
Yes, as a chef.
So,
Okay,
so
makes
now
sense.
they have the chef
Mhm.
and the art teacher. The art teacher is not a company or anything.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, the
she's a
chef-
volunteer.
She needs to, it's a she,
Yeah.
okay, she needs to fill out. What is it that they fill out?
W-9?
Well, the W-9, but they need to fill out, they have to apply for the program, right?
Oh, procurement, is that? what
Yes,
you're
thank
mentioning?
you.
Yes,
Procurement.
yes,
Okay.
so if it's an individual, that's what I need to clarify
Okay.
with the procurement office. I think it would be the same method as a corporation, but I can get back to you on that, about the art teacher, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I will let you know.
Mhm.
So it's cooking class and art classes, those are the two, okay.
Yeah, whichever we decide,
Those
we
two,
we
okay.
like to support.
It also says fitness.
And yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Uh-huh.
so she can put that there too.
Okay.
So fitness would be like what?
So fitness day, so we have like that coaching, training.
Project CrossFit.
Coaching CrossFit. And they do more like that, like they teach the kids the exercise, but without, for them not to like stress themselves, like, they don't hurt themselves. So they teach them like skills, how to exercise themselves, but to not hurt themselves.
And that's also a person,
They're
Or a company.
coach, their coach,
they have their
and-
own program.
yes, but they all volunteer, they all do that as so then we have to talk to them and see, well, what can they do for the community, like as a program, yeah. Mhm.
So
So then
we
you're
have a-
staying at one of the community centers.
I want the community center, yeah, and I was thinking the one that we do the karate, because it's
The special needs one.
yeah.
Okay, so the youth
Because
center.
the youth center, we use it there, so I think it's Monday and Wednesday. So we can do it
Yes,
before
Monday,
that.
Wednesday.
Maybe
I get
we can do it
confused.
before that class. And maybe the kids from the karate wants to do also the cooking class or the art class.
We can definitely get it started, get
Mhm.
the ball rolling. She's gotta find out the information.
Yeah.
You gotta find out who the three people are, the chef,
Uh-huh.
the teacher, and the fitness
And the
instructor?
fitness.
Okay.
This would most likely need to be on the report as well.
The, okay. The other question that I had, because the other option was, for the next meeting, the Down Syndrome Association of Miami wants to come and present, because they wanna do also, like, if you need an organization, they wanna be also involved, like if the town needs to have an organization involved, and they wanna be involved. The Down Syndrome Association of Miami.
Involved in that.
Meaning that, like, do you need to have an entity, like, the town is
Like-
supporting?
Like they would pay for the program
Uh-huh,
instead
they
of
would.
us, so we pay the Down syndrome
Uh-huh.
and they fund whatever the programming is.
No,
Or-
like, for example, like they say, so they're the Down Syndrome Association of Miami.
Okay,
So they will be, because they also sponsor the classes, like,
okay,
so they can, they can be partners.
partners,
So,
okay,
yes.
I see.
Mhm.
That's the word, partners.
Partners.
So kind of like the Miami-Dade Cultural Affairs.
Right,
with
with the animation class, okay.
They can be
Okay,
partners.
got it.
Now, I'm not sure if we should add it to the report to council yet, because we don't have any information, just an idea right now, a concept.
Yeah, but it's an idea that.
Right, and as part of, the report for council doesn't have to be like concrete things, this is like something that you might be
Future event that
considering,
we
and
might-
then they might have comments on it as they do, so.
And they might know, they can even give us some information or ways to go about it too.
Yeah.
Like maybe even have it go faster than the current. That's a forever, but we will get it done.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to 8 announcements. You have any announcements?
It's not, specific to this, but, I just wanna let you all know that I'm having a, DIY, Valentine's Day event, at the store on February 12th, looking for the invite. Signal's so slow. So, tickets start at $25, and instead of painting on a canvas, they're actually gonna be painting on a heart-shaped jewelry box. So you'll essentially be creating like a heart cake, like a frosted, like a fake frosted heart cake. So it comes with all the materials included. And yeah, February 12th at 6:30 p.m. So if there's anybody in the town you'd like to invite, or if you wanna come by yourself.
Thank you. Isabella?
Yep.
What do? I need to revisit 6F. So can I just say, going to me?
You, well, you have to discuss the art without limits again,
Mhm.
so you have to, make a motion to open up order of business and go back to 6F, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
I make a motion. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm making sure I didn't do it. I'm like, no, I didn't do it. I make a motion to reopen order of business.
Is that okay?
Oh, no, I just, we gotta open it first.
Nobody said item 6F.
Yeah, but I need to open it first, and then I can make a motion to go back into 6F.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Now it's open. I like to make a motion to go back to 6F, or what I'm discussing for 6F. The reason we opened it up. For the Arts Without Limits show, in addition to the violinists, we are having it catered. And we have a quote from Chef Veronica that, it includes an assortment of appetizers that will be passed around. They're gonna have 2 attendees. Um, for about 50 people is what we're estimating right now. So this estimate, this quote is only for 50 people. So I'm going to make a motion to allocate $3,000 to cover the catering from Chef Veronica. That's, you see my head going, social and recreation bucket.
I second.
Discussion, right now, what the menu looks like is gonna be, so you guys know. Prosciutto and mozzarella bruschetta, brie and orange confit bruschetta, turkey teriyaki meatballs, mini beef empanadas, Spanish omelet, and bacon wrapped Brussels sprouts. I didn't pick up. And they're gonna have 2 attending, they're gonna be passing around. We're also, not with her, but we're also gonna have, desserts hopefully provided by Vicky Bakery. We don't have a code on that yet. And, champagne. And it's definitely gonna be an adult event, in case anybody's wondering.
But what if some of the paintings are kids?
Paintings? My understanding from Miss Levy, our chairperson, there are gonna be adults paintings. But even then, it's okay, because we can always just get water or Coke, and then as previous events, we'll just have to give them a wristband.
So that's something. Yeah, because if there's kids too, I don't know. Just-
Yeah, we don't,
So we don't know who's gonna show up.
no, we don't know who's gonna show up, and we can also do it later for the water and stuff, but we have to confirm with her. Like the violence. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes. I make a motion to close order of business.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any more announcements? Motion passes. Any more announcements? I want to thank Tammy Hassan for showing up.
Something
Here's
One
still
more.
announcements.
I could, I could,
Yeah, we're still in announcements.
okay. I have a doctor that she wants to do like, a day of prevention for special needs about dermatologists. Like anything that have to be related with dermatologists. Like she wants to see if we're interested or like doing like a workshop, she can come and talk to parents. And have like a little fair, like of teaching about anything that happens in the skin and how to protect them and with special needs. So
You're welcome to come.
she gave me a flyer and she says she has a day available, which is, she's in Weston. And she, the day that she gave me in the flyer is, she wants to do like a dermatology health fair for special needs. And it's January 31st, which is a Saturday.
Unfortunately,
No,
first of all, she has to come
in percent.
and present it, and second of all, it's too soon. There's no way we can't even vote on it, because we can't do it. No, it's too fast.
Okay, but she can.
But she's welcome
You're
for,
welcome to present it and then pick another date. Okay,
That would be the.
perfect.
she can present it, and then we can discuss it afterwards and decide if we're gonna do something,
Perfect,
but definitely not January
okay,
and not April.
in that April. No January, no April.
Any other announcements? Oh, I have another announcement that Isabella, what's the announcement that economic. The one you sent us that,
Neighborhood
That-
Improvement Committee,
the
the community
Ron
meeting next
McGill?
week.
the Ron
Yes.
McGill.
It's next week on Wednesday at 6:30, right here in council chambers. It's for the neighborhood improvement community. So basically they're inviting HOAs and everyone really in Miami Lakes. Ron McGill will be speaking about wildlife and how to interact with, animals in the area. There'll also be a law firm speaking on the law legislation updates from last year. So all the info is on that flyer I sent you all, and I sent you the Eventbrite as well. So
Thank you.
RSVP for that.
I call the meeting adjourn at 7:08 PM.
Any second.
All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion passes. And we're done.